Bulls welcome the Sharks in the fourth round of the Super Rugby competition this afternoon. The hosts are coming off a famous win last weekend over the Lions at Ellis Park and will be going all out to protect their impressive home record. Now, the Sharks want to come back from a loss to the Stormers in Durban, so there will be no pushovers. Let's go live now to our reporter Kate Nokwe, who's reporting live for us from Loftus. Now, Kate, knowing these matches at Loftus, there'll be quite a bit of fanfare around the stadium. Are fans getting ahead of themselves and thinking this might be the year that they win it?
Indeed, Marcel. I mean, it's only been 3 weeks, but the Bulls have definitely put their heads up front as one of the potential title contenders this season, especially following what one would say two forgettable past 2 seasons, one would say. Yes, granted, it's only been 3 weeks, and also they haven't been tested against the likes of New Zealand teams, but you could say the Bulls have something going on that a lot of people are paying attention to. And Marcel, I must just say that in a week where Solidarity, for example, went to court to fight what seemingly seems to be transformation in the sport, the Bulls 23 squad today has 11 players of colour, and we're going to talk about that in depth with Blue Bulls Rugby Union President Willem Strauss, who joins me now, Marcel, to give us more on that. Willem, we're going to talk a bit about transformation in just a second, but a good start for your franchise this season. It seems like you guys are back at being a title contenders.
I hope so, Kate. A great start, I think, winning 2 of our first 3 matches. Our aim is to win 3 of the first 4. The difficult fixture in Buenos Aires, I think it's probably one of the most difficult in world sport. You play the one Saturday in South Africa, the next weekend other part of the world, and then you're back for the next weekend in South Africa again. But so far so good. Good victories over the Stormers here at Loftus, and then obviously a great win for the Vodacom Bulls last weekend at Ellis Park as well. Yeah.
It hasn't been a great last few years for the Bulls recently, but new management, new coach seems to be doing the trick this season. What are they offering that you guys didn't have in the past?
Yeah, 100% right, Kate. I think it was a terrible 8 years for the Bulls. Since last winning Vodacom Super Rugby in 2010. But I think, with the new management, new energy, new coach, obviously the team has been together now for 2 or 3 seasons. And adding the likes of the very experienced Dwayne Vermeulen and Skalk Brits have definitely added a lot of value. And then, guys like Andre Pollard and JC and those have become world-class players. So I think a good mix. Good momentum at this stage, and hopefully we can continue with the game against the Sharks today.
Let's talk about your chief executive for a second, Alonso Meyer. He's somebody obviously who knows what he's doing. What about him that attracted you guys to, and what about him that seems to work for the union and not just on the field?
Yeah, I'm very happy with him. He doesn't come from a rugby background, which I think is good, because then he doesn't have rugby baggage that he carries with him. He's a very good businessman. He was the CEO of IBM and a lot of other big companies as well, so he's got strong business principles, and he's a good listener. Great acquisition for the Bulls family for sure.
You mentioned the likes of Dwayne Vermeulen and Skalk Brits who've seemed to brought in new energy with this Bulls side, and you can see it on the field. A lot of people are talking about Skalk Brits already. Who's going to be 38 when the World Cup rolls around, and he's somebody who's a potential hooker for the Springboks to go into the World Cup. When you looked at him and his influence in the squad, what do you make of that?
Tremendous. Yeah, he's like red wine, getting better. The older he gets, he's like all men, we just get better. No, that's a tremendous lot of value, and from the team perspective, also between the 4 lines, and from a leadership perspective. I must tell you, Kate, from many years, 30 years that I'm involved with rugby, this is one of the teams with the strongest leadership that I've come across, and so many leaders, the likes of Dwayne and Skalk and Loot and Andre and JC and Burger and Warwick and Trevor. It's a lot of leaders, and when times are tough and you're under pressure, then that's very important.
Earlier I was speaking obviously about the players of colour, 11 of them in the 23-man squad today. That's something that's got to be you guys have to be proud of.
Very proud of it. Obviously we embrace transformation, and it's a must for us. And I think it's not only important in terms of playing, the transformation. We want to broaden our base in terms of support base, in terms of fans attending the matches. So we are very, very, very happy about our transformation successes at this stage, and we need to continue. We need to penetrate new markets. We need to have Loftus must be the place for everyone. The Vodacom Bulls must be the team that all of South Africa. It must be South Africa's rugby team, like the Dallas Cowboys is America's football team.
Quick one. The numbers have dwindled down over the years in Super Rugby. The superhero gimmick, has it been working in terms of bringing in new numbers? And obviously, Captain America has to be a hit with the kids.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, it created a lot of excitement. I can just see from, the the ask in terms of jerseys, etc. But definitely a great, I think it was great by Marvel and SA Rugby and Supersport, a great initiative. But obviously, especially in Pretoria, Kate, you need to win as well. You know, you can be whatever superhero you want to be, but it's created a new energy and it created a new excitement, and you know, it's something that we need to build on and have that momentum going for us.
Thank you so much, Willem Strauss, for your time. All the best this afternoon. Marcel, definitely new energy here at the Bulls. Willem obviously not mincing his words in terms of like they're looking to the new guys that they brought in to actually just like galvanize the union. It's something that you can see on the field. I mean, 2 wins in 3 for the Bulls this season. They struggled last season, so that's something that's got to be mentioned, that they're definitely doing something right this time around. And you must say, it's not just on the field. It's a new management, new CEO who's just doing something that Willem was telling me that he obviously does not have any rugby background, and that's something that seems to be working positively for this union. But I'll chat to the other guys later on in studio as we build up to another match here at Loftus Stadium. The Bulls against the Sharks later on. Kick-off being at 5+5, of course.